Hello, Scorpios, and welcome to this, your September 15th through September 30th reading and predictions. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you. For those of you who are returning, you may recognize my background as being at my cousin's man cave in Medicine Hat, Alberta. Thank you to my cousin for sharing his home and space with us. Okay, Scorpio. Before I get started pulling the cards, I just want to say I received a couple of messages last month kind of complaining about the fact that the actual reading portion of my videos doesn't start until 6 or 7 minutes in, and that's because I pull the cards on camera. The reason that I pull the cards on camera is, like you guys, I like to watch tarot reader videos as well. And what I found over time is that I don't resonate as well with the tarot readings where the cards are pulled before the camera gets turned on. So, being that those don't resonate with me, I have decided to do my videos in such a way so as to make videos that would resonate for me if I were to watch my own videos. So, I will take absolutely no offense if you want to scroll ahead a little bit while I'm pulling the cards. It's really up to you. Also, for those of you new here, I do not edit my videos. What you see is what you get. If a card goes flying over there and I have to get up off my seat and go and pick it up, you'll get to see all of that on camera. If I stumble over my words, so be it. It is what it is. All right, Scorpios, let's call in the divine creator of all that is, angels, ancestors, and animals, to assist us and guide us in this act of divination. And let's give thanks to Mother Earth for supporting us each and every day. All right, let's get going. Get some cards out for you. We're going to pull all the cards, leave them sitting face down until we're actually ready to read them. I do work with jumped cards. We have a number of cards that have already jumped out here for you. For where you're at now, we've got 4 cards. All right, we're going to set those aside. All right, what are you focusing on? Let's see what the Scorpios are focusing on for mid to late September. Where are you guys putting your energies? What's going on? There's one. That one decided to come out in reverse as well. Let's see what else is going on. Okay, there's 2 other cards here. That one, and then that one, and then that one. Okay, we've got 2 cards that have come out in reverse. We will have a look at them in just a moment and see if they're actually intended to be read in reverse or not. We're going to go to your difficult influences and challenges. Got one card that's jumped. See if there's anything else that wants to come out for the Scorpios. Yep, there's another one. Okay. Let's put these in the order in which they came out in their rightful place. Okay. The next cards that we're going to pull for you are messages that you need to hear at this time. Now, these cards sometimes play into the other cards and reinforce the other cards, and other times it's just strictly messages that you need to hear. We've got one card flying out already and another one, a couple of messages that the universe wants you to hear at this time, Scorpio. Let's move them over. Okay. Unexpected. Where are we going? I'm getting called over here, but there's 2 different decks. Unexpected. This one. Right. What is unexpected for Scorpio for mid to late September? More. All right. Now let's have a look at your general overall outcome. Where are we going, please, cards? There we go. This one. Woo. Is there anything else for Scorpio for the general overall outcome? Yep, there we go. Anything else? Nope, that's it. Okay. Face down. And let's get started. So initially, wow. Ooh, those are powerful cards. We have the lightning card. We have the owl card, which represents intuition. We have the apple tree, which represents abundance. And we have the butterfly and regeneration. Oh, you have two cards here that I would equate to, so in most Oracle card decks, there are cards that equate to the tarot card or are the equivalent to the tarot card. This particular card, the lightning card or the breakthrough card, in this particular deck, now this deck is the Messages from the Spirits of Nature Oracle. This card is the Tower card. It's the breakthrough card. It's the, oh my gosh, things are changing rapidly. Heads up. There's little to no warning. Whoa, things are going to shift for you, Scorpio. The next card that you have is the owl. This is the intuition card. This card may be equated to the potentially equated to the high priestess. This is about calling in your intuition, paying attention to your dreams at night. This card as well, though, with the moon featuring prominently on the back of it, can also be an indication to pay attention to your dreams. Our intuition often comes through in our dreams. And the other thing for you, Scorpio, is that the owl is known as the wise old owl. And so oftentimes our wisdom comes from that place of intuition. So keep that in mind. These are cards of where you're at now. And if you notice me flicking, it's because I am on a horse farm. There are a significant number of flies around. So if you see me swatting and it looks funny, it's just flies. Okay. So cards of where you're at now, this is indicating that you are going through a major shift or upheaval in your life. You're being called upon to pay attention to your intuition and tap into the wise old owl type energy, as well as your dreams, in order to find the answers that you're seeking in order to deal with this breakthrough and this change or shift that you're experiencing. You have the apple tree here, and the apple tree is representative of the abundance card. It is showing us that once we go through a time of a breakthrough and huge upheaval, there's usually abundance on the other side. But in order to actually achieve and take advantage of the abundance that's coming in, we do need to regenerate ourselves. Okay. Now, this card, when it comes up, Scorpio, is usually a call to cocoon yourself temporarily while you reinvent yourself. And it's interesting how these cards came out, that you are going through a huge change or shift, that things seem to be kind of crumbling around you, and it's sudden and unexpected, and you're going, oh my gosh, how do I deal with this? And the universe says to you, well, you deal with it by tapping into your intuition. This will ultimately bring abundance into your life, but there is going to be a period of time where you're going to have to cocoon yourself in order to be able to be reborn as this beautiful butterfly. Okay, let's have a look at, so this is, you know, where you're at now and what's influencing you now here as I record this video for you in the middle of September. Let's have a look at what you're focusing on. Okay, so what we have here is the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is the Miser card. This is a card that has kind of several meanings. One of the meanings of this card for your focus right now is that you're focusing on what other people have, and to a certain degree, you are coveting what other people have, especially when it comes to material things. If you look at this picture closely, you've got the miser on here. It's an elderly lady, and she's got all of this regalia and fine, fancy things, all of these fancy jewelry. She's got this fancy hat with the feathers, and she's got a fur stole and so on. And yet she looks miserable. Why? Because this card represents the pursuit of material gain without recognizing that abundance isn't always material gain. I should have actually mentioned that when this card came up, that this apple tree came up, that we have to recognize that abundance isn't about coveting what other people have. Abundance is recognizing what we have and being grateful for what we have. And when we do that, we actually increase our own abundance. So the miser card is about making sure that you're not coveting what other people have and craving what other people have, because maybe it's not meant for you. It's not your journey or your path to walk. The other thing that this card is all about for you, Scorpio, is balance your budget. This is what you're focusing on at this time. Focus on balancing your budget. Make sure you don't have more money going out than what you have coming in. If you have to change or shift your lifestyle accordingly, so be it. And that's part of what this card represents for you as well. Okay. The next card that you have and what you're focusing on is the Innocence card. I absolutely love it when this card comes up. This is a card of taking a step back and seeing the world through childlike eyes, right? Remember when everything was big and fascinating, and even as a child, you could look at a bug on the ground and it would just absorb your whole attention in that moment temporarily. So this is a card of live in the present moment as well. That's important when we look at this miser card, because when we are coveting what somebody else has, when we're craving what somebody else has, particularly when it comes to the material world, we're not living in the present moment. And this card is a call for you, Scorpio, to live in the present moment at this time and see the world with childlike wonder and innocence. And what is that going to bring to you? We are the world. Okay, I won't sing for you, but this card, We Are the World card, this is the equivalent to the 10 of Rainbows, also known as the 10 of Pentacles. This is one of the 3 happiest cards in the deck. So we have the Sun, we have the Star, and we have the 10 of Pentacles. Happy cards. What this card indicates is that what you've been working towards, even if what you've been working towards is coveting what somebody else has, when you recognize your own abundance around you, abundance, right? Abundance. When you recognize your own abundance rather than craving someone else's abundance, when you live in the present moment, you have the opportunity to create the world that you want to live in, right? The world that we've currently lived in for quite some time, Scorpio, is one where many of us crave and want what could be known as the 1% have. But that's their path to walk. That's their journey to walk. When we bring ourselves back to being in the present moment, when we cocoon ourselves and go back into that place of what do I really want? What path am I meant to walk? And we find those answers in our intuition, and we find those answers in our innocence, then we can create what we want in the world. And that's really where you're headed to right now, Scorpio, is creating what you want, but you're going to have to live in the present moment. You're going to have to see the world through childlike reborn eyes. Oh, yeah. Regeneration, right? You're being reborn at this time. You're seeing things differently. Let's have a look. You're seeing things differently, and you end up with the Hanged Man in your difficult influences and challenges. What does this tell me, Scorpio? It means that you're still seeing things through the old eyes, through the eyes of this miser. You're wanting what someone else has and the world that they created, not the world that you want to live in. And so this card is in your challenges, but it's asking you at this time to look at things from a different perspective, see things differently, open your eyes to the childlike wonder, live in the present moment. And you, in your difficult influences and challenges, you also have the Ace of Autumn, also known as the Ace of Pentacles. This is a card of new beginnings, in particular, new financial beginnings. Why is this important, and why is this in your challenges? Well, this card coming up as where you're at now is an indication that you are already experiencing or about to experience some major upheaval and changes and shifts in your life. Based on these other cards that are coming up, the Pentacles coming up, it's an indication that this change, shift, or upheaval that you are about to experience or are already experiencing a little bit, Scorpio, is most likely related to money and job, especially when you've got this card coming up as well. And the Ace of Autumn coming up, or the Ace of Pentacles coming up in your difficult influences and challenges, is indicating that there is something new on the horizon for you. And that is what this is also indicating, right? There's something brand new coming in for you. 10, this is something new is coming in for you. But it's not able to come in until you actually see things from a different perspective, until you change how you are interacting. If you are still interacting with the mindset of yesterday, if you're still acting with the mindset of craving what someone else wants, that's their reality, not yours, then you're going to have a more difficult time stepping into this butterfly energy, into this we are the world energy. Let's have a look at your messages that you need to hear at this time. Set your intentions, and your thoughts create your reality. These are messages that you need to hear at this time. And as I mentioned, while I was shuffling these particular cards, sometimes these tie directly into the reading. Other times they are just strictly random messages that you need to hear. And in this particular case, these are absolutely messages that tie into the rest of your reading. Your thoughts create your reality. So when you are in this place of being the miser, when you are in this place of craving and coveting what someone else has and wanting what someone else has, rather than paying attention to what's going on in your own backyard, what are you creating? You're creating lack. Your thoughts create your reality here, Scorpio. So if you're craving what you don't have, you're creating an atmosphere of I want, instead of recognizing and acknowledging the abundance that you already have. When we're grateful for the abundance that we already have, and we're living in the present moment and seeing the world through childlike eyes, we increase the amount of abundance coming to us. But when we're craving what someone else wants, then we're creating an atmosphere of lack. Set your intentions. Important message for you to hear right now, Scorpio. Make sure that you have that clear mindset of what it is that you want to create, not creating from this place of craving. Okay. All right. Unexpected. Oh my, you have another ace here. Beautiful. All right, you have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is a call towards working towards what you want. Okay. This is a card asking you to step out of complacency. And honestly, with this breakthrough card here, you're not going to have a choice. You're not going to be able to sit in complacency. You are going to have to step up. And so this Seven of Wands really isn't unexpected, but it did show up in your unexpected insights and influences. This is saying it's time to step up to the plate and put in the work necessary in order to be able to achieve your goals. You have the Chariot coming in. Now, the Chariot is always a good sign. It means that something is running towards you. But the Chariot has a twist when it comes into your life. And that is that the Chariot has a dark figure here as well as a light figure, indicating that what is actually coming towards you is a choice. And you will have to choose. You'll have to choose from that place of intuition and that place of innocence as to which way you want to go, which way you want your life to go. Are you going to go back into the craving and wanting what the 1% have, or are you going to start something new and create something new? Well, the Ace of Wands is here, indicating that you are in fact going to start something new. And as you change your mindset, good, amazing, beautiful things are going to be coming into you, Scorpio. But this is a card of plant seeds and trees will grow. So you'll notice here that there is sort of an imaginary hand here, and it is planting this tree. All right, let's have a look at your general overall outcome. Your general overall outcome. You have the Hunter. Track down your fears and your desires. What do you want to come racing towards you? What are you working towards manifesting at this time? Yeah. Hunt it down. Hunt it down. Now, I do want to say that with this particular card, you will notice that there are antlers on the character's head, indicating that he is tapping into a higher source of energy and knowledge, tapping into his intuition with this wise old owl, in order to be able to access what he truly wants, what his fears are, and he will slay, as the hunter, he will slay his fears and he will go after his desires. And he will do so with an attitude of peace. The broken arrow is saying, I don't want to fight this system anymore. I'm going to go out and create a new world. All right, Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. If this reading resonated for you, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving the video a like. It does help a lot. And as always, my contact information is down below if you are interested in booking a personalized session. Thank you so much, and I look forward to doing your next reading for you at the beginning of October.